Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
The birthday serenade she just received from Sarah Spivey.
I wish Sarah Spivey would have just kept it going.
I know we have cameras in the studio that are, like surveillance cameras.
Right.
We'll see what we can do.
There was a dance with that.
If we have to file a public information request for our own cameras, we'll let you know. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday. It is April 18th, otherwise known as Sarah Costa's birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's also tax day. It's a very exciting day to be born.
You are a taxing person on many.
Thank you, Mark. I don't know how to take that.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. Okay, but first, hey, we're going to check in with Stephen Cavazos. You've been monitoring the situation on 35 all morning, Stephen.
Yes.
Yeah, this is nothing to celebrate over here, unfortunately. We'll celebrate you a little later, Sarah, but let's take a look at the problem that's been ongoing at 35 southbound at New Laredo Highway. Now, remember, folks, this area has been shut down due to a major 18-wheeler fire that occurred earlier in the morning. Check out some of that video. Now, I did get some information from the San Antonio Fire Department. You can see those flumes of smoke. This all happened around 5 this morning, and it has shut down the area of the highway. We learned that this was actually an 18-wheeler that hit the guardrail. Now, miraculously, the 2 people that were inside that 18-wheeler were not transported to the hospital, that is, but the cause of this is still unknown. That 18-wheeler, we're told, was not carrying a load, but it obviously has shut down the portion of the highway, and the cleanup process is still well underway. You can see it right behind me. We do have first responders out there along with other crews working to test that integrity of the roadways, as I was talking to Justin Horn about that a little bit earlier, because you can see some of the damage and what looks like some repaving happening out there. So again, 35 southbound area shut down, not a place to be right now. You can see that we have traffic backed up about 2 miles there, and again, that's pretty much stayed consistent, backed up to Somerset Road. So I would advise you, if you have anyone that's heading out of town this early in the morning, tell them to look for a different route. We'll watch it very closely, but not the only closure we are monitoring. Remember, we still have this one over here at Culebra Road, not far from General McMullen Drive. That should say drive there, but you can see that there's a little bit of a buildup out there in the eastbound lanes, and that is because we had that sinkhole that crews from Public Works are working to repair. They hope to do that as early as Thursday, but be on the lookout. And also have to take a drive over here to I-10 westbound near Crossroads Boulevard. A crash is causing some trouble for drivers in those lanes, so at least 2 remain blocked at this hour. I would say the morning commute has started off very busy over here. You could see that our map is not looking too green out there, but the big issue remains along 35 southbound at New Laredo Highway. I would advise you to scan this QR code because it takes you to our KSAT traffic page. We have a full list of all the current closures and also any incidents that pop up on the roadway. We'll be sure to let you know about them, guys.
All right. Thank you very much, Stephen. We've had showers and a few storms marching south of San Antonio this morning. 410 looks pretty dry. Here's Justin Horn.
Yeah, not a lot out there in San Antonio, at least. We do have some showers south of town. Pretty light stuff. We've seen a few lightning strikes here and there, but kind of a line of showers stretching from Beeville over to Cotulla. We're noticing some new development just south of Del Rio as well, and maybe a few light showers around Uvalde, but nothing here in San Antonio really, other than maybe a little bit of light drizzle here and there, and cloudy skies. So it started off very humid. The humidity came in last night, and it has jumped up in a big way. We'll watch for a few more showers as we head throughout the rest of this morning and into the afternoon. Pollen count, molds have jumped into the lead here. They're in the high category, 1,540. Oak is moderate at 120, but on its way down. And pecan is low. There's a look outside, mostly cloudy. I do think we'll see some peaks of sun this afternoon, too. So it's not going to be gloomy all day long. 68 degrees right now. Dew point is at 62. That number is high with southeasterly winds at 8 miles per hour. KSAT 12-hour forecast will leave in a 30% chance of rain through probably the afternoon hours, where we could see a few more showers and maybe a thunderstorm pop up, but it'll be hit or miss type stuff. 78 degrees at 4 o'clock, 78 at 5 p.m. And then we'll bring rain chances down as we head into tonight. But humid and warm going into your Wednesday. And there's another shot at a few showers and maybe some storms coming up as well. We'll talk more about that as we officially head into Fiesta coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
All right. Thank you, Justin. And you're not a taxing person.
Oh,
you're really not.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I did get you something for your birthday.
Oh, you did?
Today's 9 at 9.
Thank you.
The defamation case against Fox News continues today after an 11th hour delay. There were reports the network was trying to settle with Dominion Voting Systems, but as of now, opening statements are set for this morning.
Discussions about the U.S. debt ceiling remain grounded. Republican leaders and the Biden White House still at odds on the matter. and the deadline to come up with a solution keeps inching closer. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy previewed a plan that calls for lifting the debt ceiling for 1 year. The White House blasted House Republicans, saying they're, quote, holding the economy hostage by using the debt ceiling as a way to trigger spending cuts.
Mass shootings have escalated to a record pace in the U.S., and now there's new evidence that mass shootings have had a ripple effect on Americans' mental health. Research shows the negative impact may extend beyond the survivors and affected community to a much broader population. A study found a mental health crisis line saw a spike in messages referencing guns and other firearm-related terms just after the Robb Elementary shooting in Uvalde.
U.S. border authorities say they encountered 25% more migrants crossing the southern border in March than the previous month, but still less than they saw last year. The numbers were also down compared to 2021. Officials pointed out that they are still relying on Title 42 in securing the border, but that restriction is set to expire in May.
The Biden administration says it will veto a House bill aimed at banning transgender athletes' participation in youth sports if it reaches the president's desk. It would prohibit biological males from participating in school sports that are designated for females. The administration argues that such a ban would be discriminatory.
Gas prices, they're on the rise, and experts say they're about to get even worse. AAA and Gas Buddy point to increasing demand and production cuts by OPEC as factors in the higher prices. AAA reports the national average for a gallon of regular is now $3.67. The average here in San Antonio is $3.34.
Spectrum has taken over the lead in the internet speed wars. The company is now the nation's fastest internet service provider. Spectrum has a download speed of just under 235 megabits per second. That edged out previous leader Xfinity.
Apple is making your iPhone look a little more like a bank. It's introduced a new savings account connected to the Apple credit card that will pay an annual percentage yield of just over 4%.
Tax day is here, and so far the IRS says people calling for help haven't had to wait too long. Last year, callers were on hold for an average of 27 minutes. This year, wait times are down to about 4 minutes to get through to customer service. And that's today's 9 at 9. In your morning headlines, an 84-year-old man could spend his remaining golden years in prison. And there is another deadly TikTok challenge.
Plus, we have video from the scene just after actor Jeremy Renner was crushed by a snowplow. David Sears is here with our morning headlines. Good morning, David.
Morning. This is some interesting video because it takes you right there, and he's still actually laying on the ground.
Wow.
But we'll talk about that in just a second. First, we're going to start in Russia. The Wall Street journalist being held in Russia will have to stay in jail. Evan Gershkovich went before a Russian judge today, and he has ruled that he has to stay right where he is. The Wall Street journalist was arrested and jailed in spying charges. He and the U.S. government deny he's a spy. The Kremlin has been putting the hammer down on journalists since the war in Ukraine started. The 31-year-old has to stay in jail until at least May 29th. He could face up to 20 years in prison if he is convicted of spying. All right, let's take you to Missouri, where an 84-year-old man could spend the rest of his life in jail after he shot a black teenager who came to his front door and rang the doorbell. Andrew Lester shot him through a glass door. He hit the teen, Ralph Yarl, in the head and then shot him again in the arm. But it was a pretty bad mix-up. Lester told officers he thought the teen was breaking into his house. Actually, the teen was there just to pick up his brothers, but he went to the wrong address. His family sent him to 115 Terrace, but he ended up going to 115 Street.
He saw my nephew there. He looked my nephew in the eye, told him, "Don't ever come back here again," while he shot him in the head. My nephew fell to the ground, and he shot him again.
After he was shot, he ran to neighbors for help, but the family said he was turned away 3 times. When police arrived, they took him to the hospital. He is now home recovering. Prosecutors say there was a racial component to the shooting, but they don't go into detail. At first, police held Lester for questioning, then let him go. That sparked a protest. Prosecutors also say that they will not charge Lester with a hate crime because in Missouri, the punishment is not on the level as the 2 felonies Lester faces. All right, here we go again. Warning parents of another stupid and deadly TikTok challenge. This time, a 13-year-old is dead. The challenge has to do with taking Benadryl. The stunt, take 12 to 14 Benadryl pills in hopes of hallucinating. Jacob Stevens tried it. Instead of hallucinating, he started seizing. His friends catching it all on camera. He ended up in the hospital. He was on a ventilator for 6 days before doctors had to tell the family that he was gone.
No brain scan. There was nothing there. He said we could keep him on the vent. You know, he could lay there like that, but he will never open his eyes. He will never
breathe on his own. He'll never
do anything like that.
Smile. He'll never walk, talk.
The FDA has warned about the challenge, saying it can lead to serious heart problems, seizures, coma, or even death, and has encouraged parents to lock up the drug. Jacob's family wants lawmakers to put age restrictions on medications. All right, you are looking at body cam footage as first responders made it to the scene after actor Jeremy Renner was crushed by his own snowplow. A lot of this is going to see blacked out, redacted. A lot of the faces in some of the accident scene there. You can see Renner on the ground when medics got to him and pretty much saved his life. He was on the ground in a pool of blood just feet from where he was run over. Renner was trying to help his nephew get a pickup truck out of the snow. Renner got out of the plow to check on his nephew, and that plow kept going and pulled Renner under the tread.
Got out to tell me something, and then that's when it started coming at me like full force.
He tried to jump on it?
He tried to jump on it into the thing, and it took him under.
I'm thinking, like, what's my body look like? Am I just going to be like a spine and a brain, like a science experiment? I shift the narrative of it being victimized or making a mistake or anything else. I refuse to be haunted by that memory that way.
Renner broke more than 30 bones, and a rib actually pierced his liver. And I remember back when I first heard this story, I'm like, how do you get crushed by a snowplow? Was he pushing one down the sidewalk? And, you know, it's one of those ones that you see on TV all the time. And then when they started talking more about the story, man, that's just a huge machine that he's got.
It is.
And obviously very dangerous.
Yeah.
Paying attention.
Standing on the tread, and next thing you know, he wound up underneath it.
Unbelievable. And survived. Looks
I love
pretty good.
the positivity, though, that attitude, just like, hey, I'm not a victim, I'm a survivor.
And he is, that's for sure.
All right, David, we'll see you in a bit.
Yep.
Right now, 9:10, 67 degrees still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Well, David, he'll be back with us with a one-on-one interview with the Brahmas head coach Hines Ward. They'll be talking about their final game coming up, and we'll get a look at their first Fiesta medal.
Plus, we mentioned that today is tax day, and if you haven't filed yet, you can still file for an extension. We'll explain the process of how to do that later in the newscast. Just about 9:14.
Justin, okay. Yesterday it was beautiful, warm.
It was.
Beautiful.
Yep.
This morning, that humidity's back, and we had some showers in our area.
It's so thick. It is helping to create some shower activity. It's not going to be all day long, and I really don't think we're going to see all that much out of it, but we do have some activity on radar right now. We'll see that at least through the morning hours. So let's jump right to radar, and I'll show you where we have the rain at the moment, up around Rock Springs. In fact, we do have a couple lightning strikes showing up there, and then you've got some light showers south of San Antonio stretching down to Beeville and then down closer to the coast, but nothing here over the city at the moment. If you're watching from Uvalde, you've had a few light showers there. And let me switch the radar very quickly to another site, and we can get a little better look at this activity right around Del Rio and south of Brackettville. Pretty spotty. This isn't going to put down a lot of rain. And then we're noticing some of those thunderstorms, small thunderstorms, but thunderstorms nonetheless. They're along the northern parts of Verde County. And then south of San Antonio, as I said, most of this is pretty light, and we have not got all that much rain out of it. Now, if you're in Corpus Christi, the rain is a little heavier there. And we're seeing some showers and storms and some downpours. But the bottom line, I think just some isolated stuff this morning, and as we head into the afternoon, maybe a few more showers in a stray storm, but not a lot. And here's the bigger picture with the satellite picture included. And you can see there are some breaks in the clouds as you get down south of San Antonio along I-35. And I do think we'll see some sun this afternoon. It'll take some time, but eventually the sun will pop out. And that will warm temperatures some into the upper 70s and maybe even low 80s. Here's the big picture. And you'll notice we've got some snow up across the northeast, snow across the northwest. And where we are, it's just a little disturbance rolling through. There's no big storm system that's causing this activity. It's just a little ripple in the upper level flow that's kicking off some of these showers and storms. And I think that's going to be the theme next 2 days, where we get just isolated stuff. Today, 30% chance of rain early, and then we'll knock it down to a 20% chance this afternoon with some sun trying to show up. As we get into tomorrow, Clouds early and then some sun late. Not much here around San Antonio, but we will watch what happens out west. There could be a few storms that come off the mountains of Mexico tomorrow afternoon. If that happens, there's a risk that one or two could be on the strong to severe side. So here's the KSAT 12-hour forecast. Cloudy through noontime and then mostly cloudy this afternoon with a 20% chance of rain. We're up around 78 for high and then down into the low 70s by 8, 9 o'clock. Still with a small chance for shower or storm. And southeasterly winds continue to pump in all that moisture. It is so very humid out there. 68, dew point is at 62, and dew points right now are in the 60s, pretty much area wide. So it is sticky, and that doesn't really change until Friday because we get a front through late on Friday, and that's when we'll see the dew points drop off. We'll get some gusty winds and cooler weather by the weekend. I do want to pass this along tomorrow. We talked about the risk for severe weather. It is there. Del Rio, Eagle Pass, Brackettville, Uvalde, and Rock Springs. That's an area we'll watch tomorrow afternoon for a few strong storms. So here's how it looks in the 7-day forecast. 81 tomorrow, 84 Thursday. We have added in a 30% chance of rain on Thursday as a front gets a little bit closer, and then that front moves through on Friday with a 20% chance of showers and storms. And Friday's probably our warmest day, 87, but it cools down over the weekend. 73 Saturday. Notice the morning low Saturday, 50. Some places will be in the 40s, and we will be in the 40s Sunday morning. So the weekend looks pretty nice, but we've got to get through this humid week.
And then Fiesta, of course, is on Thursday.
Right.
Those isolated chances for rain in the morning, late evening?
It's most of the day. I think we could even see a bit in the afternoon, but it should be hit or miss type stuff, and hopefully everything goes as planned, that we don't have any interruptions.
And we'll be prepared.
We'll be prepared. Yep.
Thank you, Justin.
Yep.
9:17, 68 degrees.
Well, today is a day to remember the millions of Jewish lives lost in the Holocaust. One woman who survived the persecution is continuing to share her story in hopes of making a change.
Today is Holocaust Remembrance Day. It's a time to memorialize the 6 million Jews murdered by Adolf Hitler's Nazi Germany between 1933 and 1945.
It's also a time to celebrate those who survived the persecution. With anti-Semitism on the rise, one Holocaust survivor is making an effort to tell her story.
CNN's Dana Bash talked to Edith Gross, who was just 15 years old at the time. She remembers coming face to face with death like it was yesterday.
I fulfilled my sister's wish because she always said, you must survive because otherwise we never lived.
Edith Gross is a survivor. She beat unimaginable odds, endured the horrors of the Holocaust, and lived to tell her story.
In 1944, we heard that the Nazis are coming.
Edith was 15 years old, living in occupied Czechoslovakia with her older sister and brothers.
In the first week, we had to wear a yellow star. If you didn't put it on and you were caught, they killed you right away.
As the Nazi grip on the country tightened, Jews were forced into ghettos and not allowed to run businesses. Then the transports to concentration camps began.
They told us, pack everything you can carry, and you have to leave everything behind. We went for days. It seemed like for years. It was a nightmare, terrible. But finally we arrived at Birkenau, Auschwitz.
Many did not even survive the journey to the camps.
When we arrived, we did see a smoking crematorium, and the smell was terrible. I remember lining up and walking from the train into Auschwitz, and there sat Mengele with a little stick in his hand. First for woman and then for man, and he directed the people. This way went to work, and this way went to the crematorium. I ran over to my brother and I gave him a big hug, and I could see his eyes. He was so frightened.
Edith managed to follow her sister to the line. She never saw her brother again. After Auschwitz, Edith and her sister were moved to a forced labor camp.
It was very, very hard labor, and there was a quota, and my sister always had back pain, so I was very fast. I always made sure that I made a quota.
As the Russians began to close in on their location, the Nazis moved them again, this time to Stutthof concentration camp.
Stutthof was a very, very rough place. Waking us up during the night and watching somebody being hung.
Edith's sister became very ill. Her condition deteriorated rapidly.
I remember she was on the other side of the electric wire, and I was yelling, why my sister's name? I was for a last glance because I knew we're never going to see each other again. And that was one of my saddest days, of course.
The Nazis, becoming desperate amidst Russian advances, started forcing the Jews on so-called death marches.
We didn't have warm clothes, of course, and no food, no nothing. And we started to march. People who just bent down, they were shot.
They marched from Stutthof to Danzig, finally reaching Königsberg, now known as Kaliningrad in Russia, where they were liberated by Russian troops.
Russian tanks arrived, and they said to us, "You are liberated."
Edith slowly made her way back to Czechoslovakia, but there was nothing left for her in her hometown. She eventually ended up in America, where she enrolled in school and learned English. Edith now has 7 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren. Today, as more and more Holocaust survivors pass away, Edith has made it her mission to continue to tell her story. She says even if she changes one mind, she's accomplished something.
Stop hate and take people the way they are. That's my aim too, because I have never thought that in my life I would see anti-Semitism again. And I'm shocked.
Through the Chabad organization in the town of Islip, Long Island, a community center was dedicated in Edith's honor. She recently took a trip to Israel, where she visited the Western Wall and Yad Vashem, the Holocaust Memorial. Though it has been 80 years since that horrible time, all that she has lost will always remain.
When I hear Holocaust survivors saying, "I forgive and forget," no, there is no such a thing. I will never forget, forgive, and definitely not forget.
That was Dana Bash from CNN with that story. We do have a Holocaust Memorial Museum here in San Antonio if you'd like to learn more.
It's located on the north side near Northwest Military Highway and Wurzbach Parkway, and it's open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and on certain Sundays. The Holocaust Memorial Museum is free and open to the public.
Right now, 9:26, 68 degrees. We still have a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
We'll be back with some tax advice on how to file an extension if you can't get yours done in time by midnight tonight, and a check on traffic and weather when we come back.
Today is the tax filing deadline, but if you can't file your taxes before midnight tonight, you can still file for an extension.
ABC's Alexis Christophorus explains what steps to take and how to make the most of your refund if you've already filed.
It's tax day. If you can't file by midnight,
don't freak out. It's okay. You're going to want to file an extension.
You can file an extension on irs.gov via the free file software. You don't need to provide a reason why. This will give you until October 16th to file your tax return. An extension gives you more time to file your returns, but it doesn't give you more time to pay the government if you owe money.
So if you owe tonight at midnight. And the question is, well, I didn't do my taxes, so I don't know if I owe or not. But for most people, their tax situation is more or less the same than it was in the previous year. So you want to put in whatever you paid us last year, plus maybe a little bit more to pad it. You'll get that back as a refund once we process your tax return.
If you're getting a refund, you should see your money in 21 days or less, even sooner if it's direct deposit.
We've been hearing that the IRS is largely sticking to that timetable this year. So that's an improvement over last year.
You can track your refund with the IRS website's Where's My Refund tool.
One little tip here, just check it once a day because it only updates once a day, usually at like 3 o'clock in the mornings.
And if you're not sure what to do with your refund check, consider paying off high interest debt or boosting your savings.
For many people, you may want to do some of both. You pay off some of this high interest debt and you set money aside for that proverbial rainy day.
Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
Well, we've all been patiently watching the cleanup process. Someone intrigued by everything that's happening down there at I-35 and New Laredo Highway.
Yes, Stephen, we saw the process from that big fire this morning right after 5 a.m. and now it looks like it's almost cleared.
Yeah, and we still likely have some ways to go. We have to find out exactly what's taking place out there because earlier it did appear that we saw some repaving that was happening along 35 southbound at New Laredo Highway. Now you can see that they've sprayed the surface with some sort of material there. I'll call our friends at TransGuide and reach out to KSAT to find out exactly how long this is expected to take place and what type of work they're doing. But we did see there was obviously a massive 18-wheeler fire that took place earlier this morning. Notice where we have a portion of the grass that just looks like it was scorched, and miraculously the two people that were inside that 18-wheeler were able to escape. We know that they weren't transported to the hospital, but the cause of this 18-wheeler fire remains under investigation. Now the good news is it wasn't carrying any type of material according to the San Antonio Fire Department, but we do know that the cleanup process has taken several hours and we have seen the area shut down and the work continues out there. And again, we have some crews that are working to make sure the roadways are safe. But let's get you to our map because where we see that buildup still taking place now at 3 miles per hour is past Somerset Road. We're likely going to see that continue to stretch as folks are making their way out on 35 southbound. My advice, just avoid that area, take a different route, maybe 410 would be a better option, but we'll watch it closely. I do have to take a drive while we're at it over here to I-10 westbound near Crossroads Boulevard where we have a crash also reported. It looks like we're seeing some progress out there, but it is still causing some issues for those that are driving in the westbound lanes. Also have a little bit of a buildup there for folks that are just approaching Crossroads. Wide look at the map does show a little bit more activity out there at this hour. We do have a crash reported along 410, and of course that road closure still at Culebra due to the sinkhole that crews from Public Works are working to repair. That's going to take a little while, probably up till Thursday, but we'll find out what's going on here, and if we need to jump in at the very end for another update, I'll definitely do that. But for right now, avoid this area. It's still shut down, but we'll give those updates to you guys right here on GMSA at 9. Guys.
Thank you, Stephen. Outside with live cam, plenty of clouds out there. We had some showers around earlier, just a few sprinkles on the TransGuide camera lenses around town during the early morning commute, Justin.
Yeah, it wasn't much. We could use a little bit more rain. I don't know that we're going to get a lot today. There's going to be some activity on the radar, and that's going to be the case most of this week, but nothing that's going to bring widespread circling rains. I'll tell you that. So let's first start with the radar, and we'll take a look at where the showers are now. Just like last half hour, most of this activity is to the south of San Antonio, and it's really pretty light. So north of Cotulla, we've got some showers there along I-35, stretching down towards Beeville and then around Uvalde. In between Del Rio and Uvalde, we've seen some light rain, and then one little thunderstorm up there around Rock Springs. In fact, let's take a little closer look at that particular cell. We'll switch radar sites, and it's small. It's a small little storm here, but it is producing some lightning just to the south of Rock Springs. And this is moving south and east. So it's not going to move into the city itself, but it will move just south of you. And we could see a few more isolated showers and storms like this through the early afternoon hours. But so far, San Antonio, by and large, has missed out. Our rain chance is about 30%. By 1 o'clock, that rain is moving east, and then this afternoon, again, maybe a pop-up or two, we're going to bring rain chances down to 20%. And there could be some sun, too. The sun may pop out, which will boost temperatures some. By the time we get into tomorrow, we do this whole cloudy morning, mostly cloudy afternoon thing again, with maybe some patchy fog early, and then by the afternoon, enough sun to maybe get a shower or storm going, although this computer model really doesn't show much tomorrow. We do need to watch what happens out west. Areas along the Rio Grande could see a couple storms pop up, like we sometimes do, and if that happens, they could be strong to severe. So that's something we're watching tomorrow. It's a low-end chance. As far as our forecast for today, 71 at 11 o'clock, 72 noontime, 30% chance. Though again, we'll bring those rain chances down just a little bit this afternoon with highs in the upper 70s. Notice the winds still out of the south and southeast, so we're still getting a lot of moisture in here. It's still going to be very, very humid throughout the day, and that goes really for the next couple of days. As we head into this evening, 72 at 8 o'clock, 71 at 9 p.m., still a small chance for a shower or storm. Cloudy right now, 68. Dew point is at 62. and we have that southeasterly breeze. You see all the cloud cover here around the area. Now, there are some breaks down around Katua, and I suspect we'll see some breaks in the clouds, but it will take several more hours before that happens. 64 in Kerrville, 67 in Uvalde, 72 Kennedy, 69 with a few breaks in the clouds there around Gonzales, and 66 New Braunfels. Here in Bexar County, upper 60s right now, and again, we'll make it into the 70s here pretty soon. Dew point trend over the next 6 days, very humid today, Thursday, Friday, before the humidity and dew points drop off. They fall off a ledge here with a frontal boundary that moves through Friday afternoon. That means the weekend is going to be really nice, low humidity, and we should see lots of sun. On top of that, look at the low temperatures. So humidity keeps the low temperatures up next several days. By the time we get into the weekend, morning lows will be in the 50s and 40s in late April. That's not so bad. So here's a look at the 7-day forecast. Put it all together. 81 tomorrow, 20% chance of rain. 84 Thursday. We do have a 30% chance of rain in the forecast on Thursday. No fiestas going on. I think for the most part it'll be isolated stuff, but we'll certainly keep an eye on the radar. 87 Friday, small chance of rain with that front, and then it does clear out this weekend. 73 Saturday, 74 on Sunday.
47 for the low on Saturday.
That's going to be nice.
I'll take it. I usually don't like anything in the 40s, but
yeah. This time of year, it's a good number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Justin.
Yep.
The U.S. Supreme Court is taking on a major religious liberties dispute. Today, justices will hear an appeal that could ultimately clarify how far companies must go to accommodate their employees' religious beliefs. Case centers on U.S. postal worker who requested not to work Sundays because of his Christian beliefs. USPS tried to accommodate him, but they couldn't find a solution. A district judge ruled against the postal worker, saying his request would cause, quote, undue hardship for USPS. A third U.S. Circuit Court of Appeal affirmed that ruling, and now the Supreme Court will make the final decision.
Fewer electric vehicles are eligible for tax credits this year. According to the Treasury Department, drivers can get up to $7,500 back on certain cars. Most of them are made by the U.S. automakers like Ford, General Motors, and Tesla. EVs from foreign brands like Hyundai and Nissan are no longer on the list. That could change as these companies build factories in the U.S. to assemble their vehicles. This update is based on new rules from Inflation Reduction Act.
Well, if you had a $400 surprise expense, could you cover it? 4 out of 10 people say no.
That's where an emergency fund comes in. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz looks at how to build one if you don't have it.
It's not if, but when you'll have a money emergency, like a big home repair, medical bill, or maybe even lose your job.
Having a rainy day fund to cover these types of unplanned expenses can protect you from major debt, which could easily turn into a financial crisis.
How big of an emergency fund? Financial planner Nestor Vargas says put aside enough to cover 3 to 6 months of essential expenses.
Essential expenses are housing, food, transportation, debt repayment. And so what you want to do is you want to sit down, figure out how much that is on a monthly basis, multiply it times 3 or 6 to come up with the actual number you need to save for your emergency fund.
If you have inconsistent income, lean towards 6 months. Once you set your goal, don't let that number scare you.
Definitely important to start saving as much as you can or as little as you can. If it's $5, $10 a month, you'll be surprised how quickly that adds up.
An online savings calculator such as dinkytown.net can show you how to reach that goal.
Consumer Reports suggest putting money into a high-yield savings bank or certificate of deposit. Many of those accounts now have interest rates over 4%.
It also helps to set automatic deposits or transfers from your checking account to your emergency fund. If you have a lot of debt, that becomes your priority. Many financial experts suggest a smaller emergency fund while you tackle that debt. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
940, 68 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
Hey, when we come back, David Sears, he's going to have his one-on-one with Brahma's head coach, Hines Ward, as the team gets ready for their last regular season game and hopes of playoffs.
And welcome back to KSAT 12 News at 9. We are now joined by the head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas, Hines Ward, joining us from Arlington. Good morning, Hines. Thank you for being with us, Coach. How you doing this morning?
Pretty good. Good morning to you.
I understand you just got out of a meeting, so we appreciate you coming out of that meeting and joining us this morning. So do we have our game plan ready for this weekend?
The game plan is set. We're ready to go for D.C. and preparing for a great week of preparation to get ready to see if we can pull off a win for our last game at the Alamo Dome.
Yeah, that's going to be huge down here. So I know you're hoping that fans just show up in droves this weekend, because I know coaches would rather have the whole season in their hands, but unfortunately this last game is not only in your hands, but it's in some other hands too. So first things first, you got to get this win on Saturday.
Yeah, we got to find a way to get the win. A little disappointing. You think about our home games. The first game we lost by 3. The previous 2 games we lost by 2. But last week we found a way to get our first victory in San Antonio. It was great. I love the fan support that we get down at the Alamo Dome. Our players feed off that. So hopefully we can finish the season off strong and see if we can find a way to sneak into the playoffs.
I know you've been through these scenarios many a time in your career, but as a coach, how do you approach this week knowing that you have to win, but then on Sunday you got to get a little help? Is it a different approach or the same approach you've been doing all season?
Well, it's the same approach. I mean, we only can control what we can control, and that's going out and getting a win with D.C. and then figuring out on Sunday and watch the Arlington-Houston game and hope for the best. Our players have fought all season long, so it was encouraging to see them getting better from from day one until to the end of the season. So as a coach, you're super excited about that, and you see the development, you see the improvement. Now, we need a little luck on our side, and hopefully DC players can go out and enjoy the fiesta a little bit and see if we can find a way to win this game.
That'll be great. So we're looking for a full Alamo Dome on Saturday afternoon for that kickoff, and so hopefully you guys can pull out another win just like you did last week. You got that win. And I know you guys are coming down. There's our matchup. We're showing that right now, Saturday 2:00 in the Dome. And I know you guys are coming down a little early on Friday to visit with some veterans in Bernie, and you guys have done that several times this year where you've made early trips to come be a part of this community. You've gone to the Methodist Children's Hospital, and I know you've gone to Salvation Army. How important is it, especially given the fact that you're stationed out of the city, to come in and try to be a part of this community and get involved in some things around here?
Well, I think it's great for us to have that opportunity. I think it's important to our players. I think it's important to the XFL, to the city of San Antonio. I mean, we want to have that relationship with the city. So I know our players, they get super excited to get out into the community, to see the fan support. And we have some great fans in San Antonio. Anytime we get a chance to go down there, man, we want to make sure that we have an impact on the community. So our players, they love it. Make it a point before every home game to go out into the community to show our support and see what we can do to help out as much as possible. So it's a win-win on both sides. And for the XFL, it's something that they strive on. They really want to give back to the community, and it's really about the fan appreciation. And I know our players really appreciate our fan base in San Antonio.
Well, I know we're making history with the XFL here in San Antonio. You're also making history because you're a part of Fiesta this year, at least with the medal. And I'm sure some people have been talking to you about how important these medals are. I mean, there's people around here that might give up their first child for a medal. You never know. These things are so big. But you have your first medal. So that's big. That's huge for San Antonio. And I don't know what you've heard about Fiesta so far. We hope that one day you'll be able to come down here and enjoy it. Maybe not next week, because hopefully you'll be preparing for the playoffs. But it's parades, it's parties, it's royalty, it's all kinds of fun for 10 days. What have you heard? There's a picture with you and your medal. Give us kind of a sense of what you heard about Fiesta so far, just for us who are curious.
I've heard it's like Mardi Gras on steroids for like 10 days. But it's great for the city. For us, we try to show our support with our inaugural San Antonio Brahmas medal. We're there in spirit. We may not be there on the street partying up and having some fun out there, but we're there in spirit. We understand how important Fiesta is to the city of San Antonio. So for hopefully this weekend, we can just join along and get a victory and continue the celebration of Fiesta for 10 days.
And by the way, you're going to be selling those medals at your game this weekend. So when you get onto the concourse, if you're going to the game, if you're one of the fans, you can pick up one of these inaugural XFL San Antonio Brahma medals. That's great. That's history. So, and if you are so inclined, you can check the schedule here on KSAT 12 because we're going to be covering a lot of these events. So you can sit in your office there, get ready for the playoff game, and watch some parades. So there you go.
Right.
You can feel a part of it right there.
I would definitely tune in to that. I wanted to be a part of it. You be careful out there. Don't drink too many drinks out there. And
No, we're getting too old for that. That's less for the young people. That's the young guys who go out there and do all that. So, Coach, we thank you for your time this morning. I know you're getting ready for this playoff or for this final season game. So, and hopefully you get into the playoffs. So we appreciate your time and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you, guys.
All right. See you Saturday.
That'll going to be a hot ticket item.
Yeah, it is.
Cool. We get to talk to Coach Hines Ward for the first time one-on-one.
Great. What a great guy. I mean, just.
I've really seen him out in the community at so many different events already. Since, January, December, he was out in the community. So.
And it's kind of difficult given the fact that they are stationed in Arlington, but they are making it a point to come down here and do some things here in San Antonio. And, of course, Bernie on Friday. So
all right. Really, David Sears, thank you very much, sir. Well, hey, folks, we do want to pass along. If you're planning to go out to the Dome for the game this Saturday, there are some parking changes you need to be aware of.
That's right. Lot C will be closed because of the Fiesta Carnival. So Lot B will be open at 10:30 in the morning, and parking will be $10 on a first-come, first-served basis. Tailgating will not be allowed. There will also be handicap parking in Lot A beginning at 7 in the morning for $25.
Well, VIA is also offering Park and Ride. You can find more information on KSAT.com. In other sports news, the Spurs turned some heads this season for playing home games away from the AT&T Center. Now the team will ask to do the same thing this next season.
During the Commissioners' Court meeting today, a vote is expected on whether to extend an agreement that allowed the Spurs to play games away from home over the next 2 seasons. So this year, the Silver and Black hosted games in Austin, Mexico City, and at the Alamo Dome.
Our RJ Marquez is at the meeting, which is underway right now, so he'll have an update for us when a decision is made. Before we go to break, we have some late-breaking news we want to pass along here affecting travel in the U.S.
That's right. Southwest Airlines has paused departures, reporting technical problems. So they have paused flights nationwide after reporting technical problems. They reported that to the Federal Aviation Administration.
And this is what, just 3 or 4 months after that holiday meltdown at Southwest Airlines. So if you're flying Southwest today, for now, know that all the planes are on the ground. 9:52, 69 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Okay, guys, let's get one last look here at 35 southbound at New Laredo Highway. I have actually emailed TxDOT to find out exactly what we are seeing out there, but this is part of that cleanup process that has been ongoing for the last several hours following that massive 18-wheeler fire. Remember, the highway shut down there southbound 35. If you're approaching New Laredo Highway, look for a different route. I'll be back at noon with another update.
And that looks like it's going to take a while, right? 78 degrees today, 30% chance of some showers and storms. There's a small chance of a storm tomorrow. We'll have some more chances on Thursday out ahead of a front. And then that front does move through on Friday. Small chance for that. But the payoff here is the weekend, 73 Saturday, 74 on Sunday.
And again, a happy 25th birthday, Sarah Costa.
Yes.
We love you.
Thank you.
And I know you love us for saying 25.
I absolutely do. Thank you, gentlemen.